Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolors. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello YouTubers and welcome back to my channel How to Paint Watercolors with me Colin. I've just stretched my paper. This is a £140 knot. That just means it is not rough and not smooth. And I've just left a thin film of water on the paper. Quick run round of the colours for you. We have Naples yellow, we have ultramarine violet, burnt sienna, we have French ultramarine, and we have yellow deep. Some added extra colours, we have gold brown and autumn red. We should tell you this is going to be an autumn picture. Some news on the video front. I've decided to split some of the longer videos into two parts, as some of them are a little bit long. So this is just some Naples yellow, ultramarine violet, just scrubbing the initial washes on really. Great thing about violets and yellows is they will grey each other out. I also want to drop some burnt sienna into this, just where the land is. These are Mission Gold paints, so they are really strong. I really like them. I'm going to take some of the yellow deep. Just want to add one or two autumny bits, autumn feel in the background. I don't mind this spreading too much. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of the autumn red and add it to that because it's a pretty powerful colour. I'll add a little bit of French ultramarine to that. Just start to add a little bit of dark into it. Just taking a brush and I'm just going to wash some of this out. Streak some red in here, some of the autumn red. And then I'm just going to let that dry. Now that that's dry, I just want to bring some ultramarine violet into here with a hint of burnt sienna, just to give it a violet brown, making it very weak, adding water to it. And I just want to add one or two tree trunks into this. I've set the board at an angle. I'm using a rigger brush for this. Making this slightly bigger. I'm using the rigger brush on its tip and just on its side, just to get a raggedy edge. Pulling the edges down and softening that in. I've just strengthened up the ultramarine violet to make it thicker, burnt sienna into it. And I'm starting at the top of this so you can see it. As I'm coming down, I'm using the tip of the brush and then flattening the brush out to make the trunk thicker. There's a couple of light ones somewhere here, making it disappear behind that tree. I'm bringing it out here towards this one. Add some red to that. The autumn red, I'm just going to drizzle this in on some parts. And I also want to bring in some down here. This is a big branch that's hanging down from a tree in front. Some burnt sienna mixing in with the violet. Bush down here as well, so we'll put this in with it. And this is just an old oil painting brush that's been broken open. Darken it with some ultramarine. Don't want to fill it in. this and put it into the path along with some of the violet. And here, maybe a little bit of burnt sienna into that damp brush. And I'm going to bring this together, once again creating dark patches and light patches. Moving once again back to my bush, and take some of the deep yellow actually, and whatever's on the brush. I love autumn, it's a great time of the year. So I'm just adding colour, straightforward burnt sienna to darker areas, also bringing it into the tree trunks. And once again, I'm going to let that dry. Now that's reasonably dry. I want to bring some darker colour, so I'm going to take some of this gold brown on my broken open oil brush again. In the background I want to bring some of this in, once again helping to darken it. Just soften some of this down. Do this before we put the next set of trees in. Then we'll take some straightforward burnt umber, drop it in there, just 1 or 2 specks of this in. Bring some in here as well. Marine, burnt umber. I'm just going to drop this in. And I'm dropping it right on the edge of where the burnt umber is, and I'm allowing it to creep up into the colour. Same on here a little bit. Dark as it comes into here. Bring a little into the path. Softening this in as well. A little water on the brush and just moving it from side to side, very gently moving the paint. I want to add the other trees so I can start to gauge the depth of colour, so into that purpley mix I'm going to mix up some more ultramarine violet. I've added the burnt umber to this rather than the burnt sienna because it's a little darker. French ultramarine. And we can begin to add some of the larger, closer trees in. Always remembering to soften the bottoms of the trees off. A gingery red colour, like a little bit of water to that, but a little bit much, with some burnt sienna. I'll bring this down a little bit. So this is the autumn red, and a little bit of burnt sienna added to it. Start to bring some threads down. Some on this one as well. Bring some onto this bush here. Added some burnt umber to that. The great thing about these Mission Gold paints is you can layer them straightforward burnt umber. Little patches of grass and stuff growing here. And I'm going to take some yellow light, spread it on the palette. I need this to be quite thick. I want to bring out some little highlights on this. We'll bring a couple of low hanging branches down here. Burnt sienna, burnt umber. Once again taking some of the light yellow just on the tips. Just adding a little bit of highlight, a little bit more. French ultramarine and burnt umber, just drop that on the palette there. Just begins to add some nice dark in it, some deeper shadows into it. Just having looked at this, I do feel the highlights could be a bit brighter, so I'm changing from my Jello Mission Gold paints to my normal cadmium yellow light. It's more of an opaque colour, very thick. Straight from the tube really. Just going to brighten up the bits where the colour has dyed into the other colour. I'm not working this in, I'm just placing it on. If you enjoy these videos, please click the like button and subscribe. I'm going to call it a day on that one. I hope you've enjoyed this. This is where you get to sign it, mount around it and frame it. See you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.